Alright, what's up guys? This is Anime Analyst with a Naruto 642 chapter review. So, chapter finally came out and had high hopes. Well, they were sort of fulfilled, so let's get into this review. So, starting off in the beginning of the chapter, they're all basically anxious to see whether their Sasuke and Naruto's combination attack actually did anything to Obito. So this dude, they're like, did it work? Did it work? They find out this dude starts using some 10 tails power. Kind of looks like he has like 10 tails growing out his back when he's standing up from the fire. Cause you gotta be pretty. It must be some pretty badass move to just walk away from a Amaterasu like that. Cause Amaterasu is known for just fucking people up. So he stands up from the freaking Amaterasu, and then he's like, I have God power. This dude is sitting over here hovering like he's a god or something. And he's like, this lackey ninja, the Obito that we once know is basically erased. He's acting like he's all high and mighty now that he has a Jubi's power. So he's like telling everyone that you can't judge me anymore because I have this power. And he's like basically talking down to his sensei, telling him how he's such a failure and he really didn't live up to anything, and he's putting his life down in front of his son. And then Naruto's just like, I'm tired of this fool. He's talking about my dad, all this other stuff. So he's just angered. So he's like, Kurama, let's freaking go into QB mode. So Naruto is about to go into QB mode, and then what you call it? One of Naruto's frogs comes out of nowhere. When they don't have color, I don't really remember their names. It's probably they have whatever their names was. Well, he came out and like shot water at Obito or some crap, and then he's like telling him how he appreciates him and stuff. But you kind of see that his technique actually doesn't repel off like all the other ninjutsu. So, and Minato's basically saying, why would you do this, Obito? You wanted to become Hokage. What Minato doesn't understand, you can't reason with a freaking psycho. It makes no difference. And he even Obito accepts, he's like, don't try to freaking reason with me now. It's too late. Whenever I needed you, you weren't there. He had like a flashback of like, where's the fourth Hokage? Where's the yellow flash when Ren was getting kidnapped and stuff? So basically he's saying, it's kind of like saying you were a father figure and you weren't there for when I needed you, so I don't give a fuck about you anymore. And he's saying how he's glad his sensei became Hokage, so it helped him give up his dream to become like him. And then basically, I would feel pretty depressed if I was Minato too, so Minato starts having like a little flashbacks of how Obito, if he had known it was Obito 16 years ago, he could have stopped this whole situation from happening, and he could have saved his child, his child's well-being and his wife. So he's just still like a chill person. Cause if I was Minato, I'd be mad as hell. I'd be fucking Obito up right now. But now Obito's basically overpowered. So Naruto's tired of Obito talking to his dad like that, so this dude just opens up a. Well, you rarely see him. You know shit gets serious when Naruto does a Rasengan with one hand, because this dude just opens up a Rasengan one hand, saying, don't badmouth my dad, bitch. I will fuck you up. So everyone's like, Naruto. And then suddenly Naruto just poofs out of nowhere and basically does a combo technique with the second to transport right on top of Obito and do like it kind of reminded me of how Minato did Obito on the Nine Tails attack where he's Rasengan him straight to the back. And he's basically saying, stop hating on my dad, you little bitch. Haters gonna hate. And then you find out that Naruto's actually using Sage mode and the Senjutsu actually has an effect on Obito because he's using techniques that block off all ninjutsu. That's why Minato's arm didn't grow back because it cancels the Ito Tensei. So Minato's basically admiring Naruto because he hasn't seen him in so long. He didn't know he could use Sage mode. So he's basically saying, you can use Sage mode just like Jiraiya Sensei. He's like, he's seeing his son grow up and like all at one time. It's like too much for him to handle. And just when he's thinking about that, some other type of Nine Tails, the other half of the Nine Tails, talks from inside of him. He's like, yeah, he became a nice brat. That he really loves his parents, Minato. And he's like, this shadow. He was even able to persuade my other half. So what I think what's happening here has a picture of like a black Nine Tails silhouette. So I think that Minato, it must just be the other half of the Nine Tails, but you know how Naruto and the QB can talk to each other inside of each other since they're Jinchuriki and host? Uh, Minato's probably not used to that because he died exactly when he became the Jinchuriki, so he's kind of freaked out that this Nine Tails is talking to him in his head. So that's the only reason I think he's wondering what the fuck is talking to me in my head. He's like, I know this voice. He's like, cause he Minato doesn't know that the QB can actually talk to him. He just thinks he just gets the power. So that's what my opinion on it. So yeah, I give this chapter a probably like a 8 out of 10 because it had lots of action and lots of like interactions with the characters, and I actually like the kind of Minato Obito part because I just like their relationship and I like seeing how Minato deals with Obito, knowing that he basically fucked up his life. Alright, so anime analyst, I'm out of here. Peace. Oh, kill him! Oh,